going over tubing connectors here, and we want to show you the proper way to assemble a tubing connector. In this case, it's 1/2-inch tubing. There's some pieces here, a nut that the tubing goes through. These pieces are what secure the tubing inside of the assembly. This narrow one you'll see tapers to this end and has a flat on this side. It's very thin on this side. This other piece has a flat on this side. It tapers to this end. And then this is the central piece that goes into that. This actually attaches to the plant piping or the plant connection. So before we do anything, we want to make sure we have a very clean end on the tubing, and you can accomplish that with just an ordinary razor knife. We'll just go right through. And just make sure you have a very nice, clean, clear, sharp edge on that tubing. Once that's done, we'll put the pieces together. This piece goes on first, like that. And then the thin piece, remember, we're gonna put that on next, tapered to this end. So the taper is here and the flat is here. So the taper goes on first, the flat is here. And then this wider one with the flat matching the flat on the narrow one, and the taper is on this end. So hopefully you can see that on the video. And then finally, this is the piece that holds it all together and also holds it to your plant equipment. So notice we're not putting any Teflon tape or any thread sealing compound on this. It's all just plastic on plastic. So we'll put this on and we'll shove it all the way in so we get a nice tight connection with the tubing. And then we're going to take the nut and put that over the top, and we're going to just tighten down the nut on that main piece so that we get a nice tight connection. And that tubing is in there very secure now. We cannot pull it out. So once you've got your tubing here, you're going to connect it to a plant pipe. So you'll need Teflon tape on this portion that actually is going to connect to your plant piping. We'll just do a couple of wraps with the Teflon tape. Normally you're going to disconnect this nut for the tubing so that when you assemble this into your plant piping, you don't twist the tubing. So this is representing your plant piping. It's just a PVC, Schedule 80 PVC 90-degree elbow. And you'll put the connector into your plant piping. And you'll want to secure that with a wrench, just properly tightened with a wrench. And then once that's in your plant piping, you've already assembled these pieces, and you'll be able to slide that tubing into the tubing connector, and then there you've got a very tight connection that is going to stand up to time and make sure that you have a leak-free application of the chemistry every day. Perfect.